The New York Knicks are marching toward a catastrophic financial disaster. The front office built an incredible roster, but the bill is finally coming due. Massive contract extensions are waiting right around the corner. Karl-Anthony Towns will demand a massive new deal very soon. Jalen Brunson is next in line for a huge payday. OG Anunoby and Josh Hart will also command top market value. Keeping this core together will cost an absolute fortune. This impending financial burden is no secret. The new collective bargaining agreement created terrifying penalties for expensive teams. That dreaded second apron is bearing down on New York right now. The second apron is a harsh salary cap threshold. Teams that cross this line lose crucial roster-building tools. They cannot trade first-round picks or sign free agents to certain exceptions. It completely paralyzes a front office. Because of this reality, some extremely tough decisions are approaching. The front office will inevitably have to make painful roster cuts. Finding cheap talent is no longer just a luxury. It is a matter of absolute survival. Head coach Mike Brown has a massive responsibility here. He must start developing the younger players immediately. Having quality contributors on cheap rookie-scale contracts is the only way to avoid cap hell. Players on small deals must step up when the expensive veterans leave. But they cannot do that if they rot on the bench. They need actual developmental minutes right now to prepare for those future moments. Having good players on small contracts is the ultimate cheat code in modern basketball. You can look across the league to see this strategy working flawlessly. The San Antonio Spurs are a perfect example. San Antonio built an incredible foundation with cheap rookie contracts. Victor Wembanyama is the obvious centerpiece, but they also have Dylan Harper and Stephon Castle playing heavy minutes on tiny deals. The Oklahoma City Thunder mastered this exact same strategy. They surrounded their expensive stars with incredibly cheap young talent. Cason Wallace provides elite defense on a rookie-scale contract. Ajay Mitchell and Jared McCain also soak up valuable minutes for the Thunder. These guys might just be role players, but their cheap contracts provide massive value. They help Oklahoma City completely dodge those second apron penalties. New York actually has the pieces to replicate this exact model. The front office drafted and signed some very intriguing prospects. Mohamed Diawara is an incredibly important name to watch over the next few seasons. Diawara is under contract for 4 more seasons. He showed serious potential as a versatile perimeter defender last year. If the coaching staff can develop his raw talent, he becomes a massive asset for this franchise. A defensive stopper making minimum money is exactly what championship teams need. Mike Brown must prioritize the development of Diawara on the court. He needs real NBA minutes to adjust to the speed of the professional game. Tyler Kolek is another crucial piece to this puzzle. He currently has 2 years left on his rookie deal. He has already shown flashes of brilliant playmaking during his limited opportunities on the floor. New York should be able to extend Kolek for a very reasonable price when the time comes. Having a reliable point guard on a small contract would be a massive victory. He is the perfect backup to learn behind Jalen Brunson. Then we have Tyler Nickel to consider. He put on an absolute show during Summer League action in Las Vegas. Nickel displayed all the makings of an elite three-point shooter with fantastic size on the wing. Nickel has not signed a standard contract yet. However, the front office would be incredibly smart to lock him down on a 4-year rookie deal. That type of cheap shooting production is incredibly rare. Every single championship contender needs spacing on the floor. If Nickel can translate his Summer League success to the regular season, he becomes invaluable. But he needs Mike Brown to trust him with actual playing time. The reality of the situation is incredibly clear. If the Knicks want to keep their main championship core intact, they must hit on these young prospects. They need Diawara to defend and Nickel to shoot. They need Kolek to run the second unit efficiently. But none of these young guys can reach their potential without playing time. They have to play enough minutes to learn from their mistakes and build confidence. Mike Brown is known for demanding excellence from his players. He usually prefers to lean heavily on his trusted veterans. But that strategy will ultimately doom the franchise when the salary cap bill arrives. He must seriously consider doling out a massive amount of developmental minutes right now. Regular season is a marathon and the young guys need the reps. They must be completely ready when their names are called. The front office did its job by finding these talented kids. Now the coaching staff must do its job by turning them into reliable rotation pieces. The entire future of the franchise literally depends on it. Sacrificing a few regular season wins for long-term development might be necessary, Integrating rookies into a complex system takes patience and understanding. Mike Brown has to accept some growing pains. Imagine a scenario where the front office is forced to trade Josh Hart just to escape the luxury tax. If Mohamed Diawara is not ready to take those minutes, the entire defense collapses. The team takes a massive step backward. Or picture a world where the team simply cannot afford to pay a veteran backup point guard. Tyler Kolek must be ready to run the offense when Jalen Brunson needs a rest. If Kolek fails, the entire season is at risk. The salary cap rules are designed to break up expensive super teams. The league wants parity, and the second apron is their ultimate weapon. The only shield against this weapon is an elite scouting and development program. New York must transform into a factory for cheap role players. The Miami Heat have survived for years by turning undrafted guys into solid contributors. The Knicks must adopt that exact same developmental mindset. The clock is officially ticking for this front office. The massive extensions for Karl-Anthony Towns and Jalen Brunson will kick in soon. The window to prepare the next generation of role players is closing quickly. Mike Brown has the power to fix this problem before it destroys the team. He controls the rotation and he controls the future. He must trust Mohamed Diawara and Tyler Kolek and Tyler Nickel this season. Every minute these young players get is an investment in the championship window. If they succeed, the core stays together and the team competes for years. If they fail, the entire roster will inevitably be dismantled. Mike Brown arrived in New York with a promise to build a sustainable winning culture. He led this franchise to incredible heights already. However, his true legacy will be defined by how he manages this impending financial crisis. The new collective bargaining agreement is ruthless by design. It specifically targets teams that try to hoard expensive superstar talent. Once a franchise crosses the second apron, the penalties stack up incredibly fast. You lose the taxpayer mid-level exception immediately. You cannot use trade exceptions generated from previous seasons. Eventually, your future first-round draft picks automatically drop to the very end of the first round. This completely destroys any chance of improving the roster through normal channels. If a player gets injured, you have absolutely no financial flexibility to replace them. You are completely trapped by your own massive payroll. This brings us right back to the urgent necessity of playing the young guys. Mohamed Diawara needs to experience the physicality of the professional game. He needs to guard the best wings in the league right now. He will make mistakes and commit silly fouls during this process. But those growing pains are a necessary investment for the future. The coaching staff must live with those errors today to reap the rewards tomorrow. Tyler Kolek has exceptional court vision and a great feel for the game. But running an offense against NBA athletes is completely different from college. He needs the ball in his hands against elite defenders to truly grow. When Jalen Brunson sits on the bench, the offense usually stalls. If Kolek can master the system, he can keep the scoreboard moving. This takes a massive physical burden off the starters during the grueling regular season. Tyler Nickel provides that exact same utility but on the wing. You can never have enough players who can knock down open corner three-pointers. Spacing the floor gives Karl-Anthony Towns the room he needs to operate inside. Nickel proved he belongs during his time in Las Vegas. The Summer League is a great testing ground, but the real test is the regular season. Opposing defenses will close out much faster and hit much harder. The front office must secure a contract for Nickel before another team steals him. Finding cheap shooting is the hardest job in professional basketball. Letting a talent like that walk away would be a catastrophic mistake. We are entering a brand new era of team building. The days of simply buying a championship are officially over. The smartest front offices will survive, and the reckless ones will sink into absolute irrelevance. New York is currently sitting on a gold mine of cheap talent. The path forward is obvious, but it requires serious courage from the coaching staff. Mike Brown must completely change his philosophy regarding rookie players. He has to trust them in high-pressure situations. He needs to leave them on the court when they make mistakes, instead of benching them instantly. Confidence is built through repetition and continuous opportunity. The loyal fans in New York deserve a dynasty after decades of heartbreak. The front office built a true contender. Now they must secure the future by relying on the next generation of cheap, homegrown talent.